Exactly.
It is Block Certified Radio, StudioLeague.com. The Block Boys are back in the building. The Corona Boys are definitely back in the building. You got Tech Rosenberg and Blazy Wood, if Blazy could. So Blazy does back at it on another beautiful, beautiful weekday night. And tonight we got a chance to reach out to some friends. The one and only, the very beautiful, the very lovely Cecy B is on the line joining us on the show tonight. How you doing, my friend?
Hey. How are you guys?
I'm okay.
We're
I'm
good.
okay. Like,
I was excited about that introduction. Thank you very much.
Is it stimulating? Because I heard this interview better be stimulating, Blaze. That's what I heard.
Like you better, don't.
Yeah, it's the longer you stay on, you know?
Okay.
So if we don't hear you
staying
no
on like a
more-
light switch. What you mean? Come on now.
Yes, don't turn down.
Okay, turn down for what they said.
Yeah.
Now, Cecy B, you know, I just kind of, this past summer, I got a glimpse of you in a video with Little Rob, and I was like, who is this Cecy B? Actually, I had another gal, a friend of ours, turned us on to your music, and I said, whoa, where'd she come from? Because, you know, a lot of females in the Latin department have been coming up, you know, from Caroline Rodriguez, of course, and, you know, from Snow the Product. Yeah. Man, we even had some female actresses, you know, come up. Well, obviously, the movie, Gina Rodriguez. So I felt like this, to me, felt like the year of the Latina woman. And now I got the opportunity to talk to you a little bit. And so my thing is, like, where did all this start? Where did Cecy B start at? Where did things like the ball really start rolling here for you?
Oh, my gosh. Well, first of all, we started at the bottom. But I do feel like what you're saying about the Latina women, I do feel like it's, people are accepting it more. You know, a few years back, nobody wanted to hear a Latina rapper, like, just being straight up and real with you, you know?
Right.
I got turned down for shows. I got, you know, things just basically like, no, we're only featuring guys on the show. Like, I had promoters straight up tell me that.
Wow.
You know? So, yeah, and so I just got in by singing hooks with different rappers, and then at the end I'd tell them, like, hey, let me perform one song at the end of your set, you know? That's just how I got in. But yeah, I feel like women are coming up in this industry, and I feel like, you know, if some people want to hate on her, but I appreciate it, is Nicki Minaj. I feel like she reopened those doors, like, for females to get in the industry.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, whether you love it or hate it, I mean, I just feel like you can't deny the fact that she's reopened those doors that we've been trying to bust down and just couldn't, you know?
And you can't deny the fact that the girl got talent as well. I mean, right?
Exactly. And so, yeah, and I definitely love that more females are coming up, because every time that another female does good, it gives you an opportunity to do good too. And that's what, you know, it'd be cool, you know, to let people know, like, hey, we're not, the girls are not in competition with each other. We're trying to come up. You know what I mean?
So you show up the same night at a night with wearing dresses, then you're in competition. Other than that, it's all good.
Till she start wearing them ratchet ass shoes around you, then it's real competition.
You know what? I don't have anything with any other female rappers or actresses or anything like that. I think it's great. Like, that's why I always push Hustle and Heels and all this, because for many years they did not want to hear us, and we were trying and now they're starting to hear us. It's like, shit, I can't be mad at the next girl doing damn thing. She's just opening more doors for me to do my damn thing, and vice versa.
And I think a lot of people in general, and let's just narrow it down to females, I think they forget that part. Like, I seen you, what was it, when Jennifer Lopez announced an album dropping, or did that I Love You Papi, that single, you actually shared it and put some great comments about her. You said, wow, it's good to see another Latina doing something good. As a matter of fact, I even commented on that, and I put, hey man, that's what a real woman does, you know what I mean? And I applauded you for that.
Show some support, you know?
It's tough to do.
Yeah, it's important.
And one thing me and Tech have always discussed is, like, you know, the black culture gets behind the black culture. The native culture gets behind the native culture. Those chinos get behind the chinos. As soon as un pinche Mexicano tries to come up, everybody steps back.
Hey, check out that fool. He's really trying to do it.
What the fuck is our problem? Do you have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a Pitbull interview saying, you know, that, and I don't want to misquote him or anything, but it was, the essence of it was that Latinos got behind him after, you know, the black community got behind him.
That's crazy.
At first it was like the hip hop black, you know, and that's a damn shame, but hopefully we're turning a corner on that. And, you know, when it's contagious. So just like, you know how you commented on that picture, like, oh, like, that's dope that you show love, like, that's gonna hopefully inspire the next girl to show love to somebody, because you can't front on some people. Like J-Lo, she's 45, looking better than any of us 24, 25-year-olds. And
True that.
She's got 2 kids, and she built an empire.
Yeah.
So it's like, respect the hustle, respect the queen.
Word.
You know, like, respect the, yeah.
And
so
she just outbought Diddy from the Fuse TV. I think she bought out Diddy, man. That's some big money. He's on the Forbes list and everything.
Yeah.
So what you say is definitely correct and on point
show.
about Jennifer Lopez. She actually outbid this guy for the Fuse channel. That's insane. That's awesome.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to put my hands together for J-Lo, and I got to put my hands together for you for taking that time out to get behind her.
Hey, that's a good way to look at it. How you look at it, say, you know what I'm saying? You know, you notice that another female, being Latina, Mexicana, whatever, is doing something good, and you're like, hell yeah, that's what's up. Not like, there she goes again. You know, watch out. You know.
Well, but think about it. We already got enough shit holding us back from the cops, the migra, our own people. Why not try to help a motherfucker out for once instead of try to bring them down, right?
But like I said, it's contagious. It's contagious. I feel like, so if we do it for somebody else, then it's gonna be transparent to somebody else, and then we pass it on basically.
Yeah.
So whatever we want to inspire other people to do, we got to do it.
There you go.
So my thing is like, if I see a female coming up, or sometimes even girls message me like, hey, how'd you first get into the industry? And I'll take my time to answer them back and give them some solid advice, you know, on what to do. Because they're the next ones. They're the next ones after me, you know, like, or you know, the thing is that in this industry, like, everyone believes that they're going to be here forever, and your music may be here forever, but artists are here for a while.
Damn, that's dope right there. You said that. That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true.
So it's like,
they come and go like Sancho does, right?
Well, just
I said artists come and go like Sancho does. You know, you're here one minute, you're gone the next.
I mean, it's true though, and that's why I, you know, try to, and not only just make music, you know, on my albums, but it's like write with other people, collaborate, get my writing, my business right, you know, get my BMI catalog, you know, a little thicker. For people that aren't in the industry, that's basically the people that write the music for artists. It's like, so that you can have a longevity in this industry, because not everyone is going to be as lucky and look like J-Lo 20 years from now.
And you know what? and I'm glad you bring up the behind the scenes stuff, because people, you know, so many people want to be in front and in the light, not realizing that there's so much money to make in the background. You see?
Oh my God, there's probably more, to be honest with you. It's really,
and you
it's
know what?
hard to be.
You know what pisses me off,
Cecy B?
Cecy
She's a hustler. She's a hustler.
No, listen, I've been in the radio game for going 14 years now, right? And you know, I'm not mad at nobody who approaches me with a CD or a single. But Vato, let's get real here. Ladies, let's be real here. Hey, if it's your first project, I mean, I don't think nobody's going to be impressed over a first project. Now, you got 5 projects down. You got some merch. You got a website. You got, you know, you kind of got the fundamentals to back up what you're trying to sell me or tell me. Then, you know, I think there's more of a chance of you coming up. But there's just so many people out there who just want to give you a burnt CD and go from there.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true. And there's a definite, like, ignorance is bliss and innocence to that. It's definitely, because you can reminisce on first starting off in the industry. You were excited about your shit, and you didn't know, like, how it was. You didn't have much perspective. So you didn't have, like, okay, I got to have my website. And then you spend a few years getting kicked down on the floor, and you're like, oh, shit, I got to do all this shit in order for anybody. In order for anybody to ever get behind it. It's like if you're sitting and you're waiting for somebody to do it for you, you're going to be sitting and waiting for a long time. So get a really comfy chair. You know what I mean? So instead, it's like, get out there, do shows, attach yourself to other artists doing shows, you know what I mean? And do give your CDs away, but make sure they're nicely pressed, and put a little bit of money in that. Keep your day job, you know, until things pop off. There should never be a pride issue in working and making a humble beginning for yourself, you know?
Cecy, you hit it right on the spot, man. I didn't realize you had so much game to you, player, but I'm going to take a step back. I'm getting too close here. You know, this girl got game, homie.
Yeah, that's crazy to hear from her, like, the angles that she's looking at the game.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you independent? Are you signed? What's your status like right now? Single? What's going on here? Independent.
Independent.
I'm totally independent. I invest in my own projects. Sometimes I have partners that come in on certain things, like shows and stuff. So I'll partner up, or I'll put half the money, they'll put half the money, and we'll split the revenue. things like that. But I'm 100% independent. I've had different people approach, but the deals that were being offered, I felt like, not that I'm not grateful for them. I am grateful for anyone to even take interest in what I'm doing, but it's got to make sense for me as a woman and as a human being and as a businesswoman too. It's not just going to be like, oh, I'm, like you said, like the little person in the front, and you give me pennies, and that's fine as long as I'm on so-and-so.
As long as you're on the light. And I think a lot of people get it twisted. They would rather be just in the front, in the limelight, and getting the opportunity than thinking about their pocket. Because honestly, people don't realize that you're gonna get more out of your tortilla doing it independent than trying to go out there and split it all up with this major label who's trying to take at least 80% of it. You know,
if you raise your stock so much where you're in a better position to negotiate, then good for you, and hopefully one day you find the right home. But for now, this is working for me, and I'm, what I do is I just make money and I reinvest it. So everything goes back into the mission.
I mean, she might buy herself a nice little outfit and some new shoes and nails, but the rest go back and do the independent level.
No, babe, I do my own nails. I'm driving the same car that I was before. My two singles.
She's a hustler.
Let me ask you this: what car are you driving? What car are you rolling in? Just to keep it real.
I have a Nissan Altima.
Hey, kind of sexy. I like it.
But I like the way she's. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's big. I could put all my posters in the back. I put CDs. I put all the T-shirts. I run around in it. It's from point A to point B. Yeah. And that hopefully will, I'm not stunting in the Mercedes-Benz. Not yet. When the money is overflowing and filling, then I'll look into it.
Yeah. I'll get the Altima. Right now, you get the Benz. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, if you could pay for it. What good is a Benz if you can't fill it up? What good is a Coke bag if you can't fill it up?
True that. Dang. Let me ask you this, staying on the independent topic here. So what is your official independent label?
Well, it's just me and my partner, my Get Right Management, and it's Great Productions. And basically, we own 50/50, and I partner up with different people to do shows, to do merch. I have the Hustle and Heels line. I have the Street Sexy line. So basically, it all goes under the umbrella of Great Productions.
Great Productions. Now, so you have your own studio, or you go to somebody's studio and record there?
I have a studio. I have a home studio, and I also have a studio with one of my partners, Architrax. He works here in Miami, and that's my home base. So nice. I do all the rough drafts at home because it's expensive to have the lights and all that running in the studio. So I do all my rough drafts so that I'm prepared when I go into the studio. When I go into the studio, it's because I'm ready to record some shit.
There you go. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, you ain't wasting nobody's time and wasting your money just hanging out there trying to write. You wait till it's time to record, as you should.
Because the thing is that my producer is my business partner. So if it costs him, it costs me too. Yep. And so it's like when you're independent, you have to find different ways of making it work. So you got to have a little setup at home so that you could do your rough drafts and have your, hook it up to your Mac, or your PC, and
or your
bitch if it doesn't work.
Or your pinche culo, but as long as it records, that's the point. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you record,
I'm really surprised.
You figure out where you're gonna take your breath. You know what I'm saying? Like you see where you want your dubs, where you want your ad libs, or what songs you want to feature on. Send it over to them. My next song is gonna be really dope. I got a hip hop legend on there, so as soon as I got it in my hand, I'm gonna share it with you guys, give you guys an exclusive preview of it because you guys showed me love before it came out.
Now you're talking my language, Drake. That's what I wanted to hear. So let's stay on this little independent topic because I love talking about the independent game. We've been on the independent game here as far as Studio League goes for a good roughly 4 years now, and really like the past 2 years have been the best for us. We've solidified and we've built our platform. We got our own outlet. We don't gotta fuck with nobody if we don't want to, but we do.